All right, cool. Okay, so we are on Instagram Live, and today we are doing this Maker Monday thing where we're going to be making DIY cord keepers. So today, by the way, hello everybody, this is Mrs. Q. Today we're going to be making DIY cord keepers using some pretty simple materials. If you haven't already, I would highly recommend that you invest in a glue gun. And it doesn't even have to be a big glue gun, just a little one. And make sure that you do have some extra glue sticks with you. Okay. Also a black marker or some sort of pencil that you can use because you will be drawing the patterns. Scissors are also very important. And if you want to see what the final product will look like, I mean, I guess you could like bust out your cords, you know, so like for example, I do have AirPods, but I also have, you know, the regular earphones and some of my USB charging cables that I have for some of my tablets. Okay, so while I'm heating up my glue gun, I'm going to select, well, I'm not going to select, but I'm going to go ahead and take my pattern, which I've also uploaded to Google Classroom if you want to print it out. And if not, if you don't have a printer, that's okay, because what you can always do is kind of like look at the image on the computer and kind of trace out the shape on felt. So I'm going to put these off to the side because I am going to show you two today, which are the heart, the puppy, and then this pendant ribbon looking kind of. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to cut out my shapes. This one up here at the top is for the heart, and then this one is for the dog, and this one's for, I guess, the ribbon looking one. So I'm going to go ahead and cut each of them. Which one do you want me to show first? And you can put it in the comments. The heart, the dog, or the simple one first. Anyone at all? The heart? Yeah, the heart's pretty easy. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that one first. Let's cut them all out, actually. Get that piece out of the way. Nobody needs that. Cut out this heart here. I really wish that we had done this in the library in person. That would have been a lot of fun, because normally we do this stuff, but unfortunately our situation has changed this year. All right, so I'm cutting around. Weep. Weep. Okay, there you go. And I'm just gonna cut off the excess so that way, there we go. All right, so this is my heart template. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on the floor. Nobody cares if I make a mess in my office. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the second one. And remember, I did put these patterns in the library's Google Classroom. So if you have a chance, well, maybe you don't have a chance to do it right now because you don't have the materials, that's okay. You know, this video will actually be posted on the library's Instagram TV, which is on our feed, basically. And then I'm also going to upload the recording to Google Classroom, and I'm going to upload the recording to our library's YouTube channel, so you can find it in any place if you want to go back to it later and look at it, you know. I personally like to look up video tutorials on how to make stuff on YouTube, so I'll have it on Google Classroom, the library's Google Classroom, the library's YouTube channel, and on our library's Instagram TV channel. Woo! Can't believe I'm saying that we have that. That is awesome. Okay, so at first I really thought that this was a rabbit. It is not a rabbit. It is to make a dog. All right, so I'm gonna throw my trash off to the side because nobody needs that. Okay, so I believe somebody said, the heart. Okay, so I was looking up the comments, single classroom. So I have a whole box of felt. I don't know if you guys know what felt is, but it's like this soft material. You know, people use it for different patterns and stuff. So since we're doing a heart, I'm assuming I do this in pink, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and take out the pink. And you'll notice that I have a whole bunch of scraps in here. Don't get rid of your extras. Keep it, because you never know when you might need it. Okay. So I'm gonna put that off to the side. And, okay, so you don't waste space. I would recommend starting off like at a corner, so that way, you know, you're not just putting your template right in the middle and then wasting all this space that you can use for additional patterns. So I'm gonna put it off at the bottom, and you're gonna lay your pattern on top of your material, on top of the felt. And then you're gonna get your pencil, right? And you are going to make an outline and kind of trace it around, so that way you know exactly where to cut, because you are going to cut this out. So I'm going to trace around. Trace, 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 trace. Tracey, 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 tracing. There we go. Kind of go out again so I know. All right. So you've seen that I made the outline. So now I'm going to take my... You're obsessed with that space bar. Oh, one of the students was commenting on that too. It is my keyboard and my matching mouse. Ah, I know, right? Super cute. And I have a matching USB hub because I like connect a million things to my computer. But anyway, yes. So thank you for keeping me on task, my book club. You need your scissors. Okay, so get your scissors, because now you're going to cut this pattern out. So I'm going to cut. I don't know who's here today, but thank you for joining us. We are making cord keepers, which are basically like little holders for your device cords, so that way they're not all over the place. That's something that I have trouble with all the time, is keeping all my cords organized, and then they end up tangled in my purse all over the place. So this is just a fun way to keep your devices organized. So before we go any further, I'm gonna put my scissors off to the side. Your pattern has a little line down the middle. So I'm gonna put my felt on top, right? And actually, no, I'm gonna do it this way. There we go. I'm gonna put the pattern on top, and I'm going to fold down the middle, so that way I know that I'm making the fold where it should be. So when I put this together, it's in the exact spot that it needs to be. So, okay, so now you need to somehow hold the flaps together, because eventually you're gonna put your cords right in here, so they're held together. So what I would do is, I don't know how to sew. I've been meaning to learn. I know, life, but the way I saw the directions in the magazine that I saw, they used hot glue. So that I do know how to use. So what I'm going to do is, and this is very important, please do this with an adult, or, you know, take all safety precautions, because I have burned myself before. I think I've told this story before. I burned myself before. It's not fun. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue the two flaps on the left side of the heart. I'm going to put some glue down like so. All right, I'm going to Put that off to the side, and I'm gonna go ahead and press that down. But I'm gonna get my pencil so that way I don't burn myself, and kind of like press it down. There we go. And if you see kind of glue spewing out, that's okay, because once it dries, you can just take it off. It's not a big deal. So you just kind of let it dry, let it do its thing. You know, don't mess with it, because you might burn yourself if the glue is hot. So I'm just gonna leave it there for a second. You can see that this is already dry, so I'm just gonna take that off so my desk doesn't get gross. Okay, take that off. Alrighty. Okay, that's pretty much dry now. So you see that you have an opening on one side of the heart. So now when you get your cords, right, they're usually just like this. What I like to do is kind of fold them this way. I don't know if this is like the proper way. And then you just kind of bunch it up. And then once you're ready, put your cord through there. Yay! And there you go. You have your first cord holder. And take off the extra glue. There you go. And you have your first cord holder. Isn't that cute? So this is a heart. Yeah, so this is the heart. The next one that we can do is a very simple one, which is this one. That one's one of the easiest. And I'm gonna, what color should I make this one? Anyone in the comments? Blue, okay. I love blue. Yes, that's a good idea. I'm actually gonna use, yep, I was cutting stuff out yesterday, as you can see, so I'm gonna use that. And I'm gonna get my pencil, trace it. Very, very simple. So you see, you don't even really need the pattern, because you can just kind of eyeball this and do it freehand. You know, especially our artists out there, if you can just look at something and know how to draw it, even better, right? Me, though, I do not have that special talent, so I have to trace things. Okay, so now that I've traced it, I'm gonna get my scissors and I'm gonna cut my felt. Boop, 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 boop. Cut that off. By the way, if you hear my baby crying in the background, that's what happens when you work from home. Okay. And cutting. Okay. Ugh, I don't like that. There we go. Okay, now the extra pieces, I'm just gonna put them off to the side because I can probably use that for something later. Okay, and just like we did with the other one, I'm gonna put my pattern on top, and then I'm gonna fold down the middle where that line is, and just fold down. Take this, put it off to the side. So now, for this one, you have these flaps down here. So that's exactly where I'm gonna put the glue, so that way we can put the cord in between the folds, right? So I'm gonna put some hot glue. And like I said before, you know, you can always sew this. If I knew how to sew, I would totally do it that way, but I don't, unless somebody wants to show me. Okay, so now I'm gonna carefully set it down. Tap it with an object so that way I don't burn myself. And just let it dry for a little bit. I see some former library ambassadors here today. I'm so excited. Thank you for joining Mrs. Q. We are making DIY cord keepers. So I'm making this one to organize my headphones. I don't know if you all have AirPods, but sometimes I prefer these because my AirPods, I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but my AirPods just like fly out of my ear when I least expect it. Okay, so let me see if this is dry. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna take off all these little weird things. Okay, and now I'm gonna go ahead and kind of bunch up my earphones as if I were putting them away. Okay, bunch it up. And now the little opening right here, I'm gonna go ahead and put my earphones in there. See, this is why we need cord keepers. Okay, I don't think I did this right. Okay, you know what, whatever. Technology. Oh, well, hello, because the earphone. Oh, wow. Okay, you all need to tell me these things. Just letting Miss Q do whatever over here. Okay. I don't know. Everybody folds their headphones differently, I guess. So I'm just going to do this and then insert. Kind of stuff it in my cord keeper. There we go. Yay! All right, so here's another one. Obviously, I didn't bunch this up right. Just kind of stuff it in there. All right. So this is one of them. Another one, I should say. Okay. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, at least I have. We're gonna make a puppy. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Okay, so we have the heart. We have this pendant looking thing. And now the puppy. So if you notice, the puppy has a few things on it. Has a little button for a nose, and it also has an extra piece of felt for the little tongue. That's completely up to you. Obviously, you don't necessarily have to use the button or the extra piece of felt. That's up to you. But I like to add different things. So I'm going to put these off to the side because I don't need these anymore. And I'm going to show you how to make the little dog. So the pattern that I used for this one was this one that looks like a little bunny rabbit. So I'm going to go ahead and make a brown dog again. So I'm going to look for my felt. There we go. And I'm going to put my pattern on top of my felt. I'm going to get my pencil again and I'm going to trace. Tracing. There we go. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm going to put this off to the side. I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to cut it. And like I said, you don't always need the pattern. You can just kind of like look at it. I'm using a square sized felt. I'm just kind of cut around it. Okay. So be careful about the little flaps because these are going to be the dog's ears. So right now it looks like a little bunny, but it is to make a dog. Eee. No, who's calling me? Oh, that was my mother. Oh, I hope she understands. Okay. Hello. Okay. All right. So, hello. Hi, Mrs. Q. Hello. Okay, so do you all see where this little line is? Hello, guys. I'm going to fold where this little dotted line is. And I'm going to fold, 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 fold. There we go. Now you see that we have flaps. So what's going to happen is you're going to fold down the flaps. So I'm going to put this off to the side. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to first glue down this flap. What are you making? Joe, I am making cord keepers. which are little things that you can use to organize your cords. They're called cord keepers. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to glue down this. Yes, we're making a dog. I'm going to glue down the edge of this flap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the edge, not the whole thing, just the edge. All right. And then I'm going to fold it down like that. All right. Kind of hold it down. Okay. All right, now this dog has 2 ears. Yes, I will name it. So I'm going to fold these down like that, and I need them to stay. So I'm also going to glue these down, and I'm going to put them right on the edge. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Be careful not to burn yourself. There we go. There we go. Now you're going to see that there's some glue spewing out. So once that dries, I'm going to take that off. All right. So I'm going to let that dry for a little bit. Oh, I would love to make an Animal Crossing themed. Oh, that would be awesome. I don't even think she remembers me. Joe, we've had a million Joes, to be honest with you. I'm sure if I saw your face, I would remember. It's hard to tell on Instagram. I can't see your profile picture either, so can't tell. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and all I'm gonna do is try to take this off if I can. That's fine. I'll just leave it like that for now, so I don't do anything. So I do want a button, but unfortunately I couldn't find a button. So I'm gonna go back to those beads that we used for the Harry Potter ones, and I'm just gonna get a black bead that I used then, and I think I'm gonna make it, yeah, I guess a round one, and I'm going to very carefully, very, very, very carefully put some hot glue there, trying not to burn myself. Put it right in the middle. Thank you. I love my keyboard too. I have the matching mouse. Okay, and now I'm going to get my marker, black marker, and I'm going to draw 2 little eyes right next to the ears, and I can use another, just like a tiny little piece of pink from my heart. And I mean, you have to be real careful about this. Like tiny, like I'm talking about the tiniest thing ever. And then it even has, yes, I have the matching mouse. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of glue, little tiny piece of glue. And then I'm gonna put the little tongue right there. Oh goodness. And there we go. Oh, yay! Okay, my second one did not turn out as well as my first one. But once all that's nice and dry, you can get your cords, right? Like I use this one for my charging bank all the time, especially when I'm out and about. I'm a heavy user of my phone. So now when I get that little cord, I can just stuff it in there and put it away in my purse or bag or whatever. So that is my cord keeper tutorial. Today we made a heart, pendant, and a puppy. Remember, I am going to post this on the Libraries Google Classroom, the YouTube channel, and it will also be uploaded to the library's Instagram TV, which you can find on our profile. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining in. You guys are awesome. And hopefully you guys get to make your own Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you so much, Julianne. Yay! Wow, we had 14 people today. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you all so much for watching. And if you need anything at all, you guys know where to reach me. And stay tuned for December, because December I have something very, very special planned. So for Maker Monday Live. So please stay tuned for our next activity in December, and I'll be posting that probably the first week of December after Thanksgiving. So if I don't get to hear from you or see you, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and just remember that your librarian loves you, and if you need anything, feel free to reach out. Bye, guys.